Pop-up podcast, we live.
Pop up. Live.
Wagwan.
What's up?
What it do?
Episode 60, right?
Episode 60 on them.
Episode 60. All right. So we don't got
On
a
them
lot of
head
time,
top.
and as usual, we're gonna try to keep it short. We got Clay back today, so we got the gang. So we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna talk to him a little bit too about this video that he just dropped. Now I know some of us saw floating on the timeline.
It ain't dropped yet, but soon drop.
It ain't dropped yet, but it's coming. You saw the clip was floating on the timeline.
That's a fact.
The clip. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the making of that. First, let's talk about the playoffs. We gotta do a little playoff discussion. So, what's what y'all thoughts, man? I guess Luka went off the other night.
Yeah.
Last night, yeah.
All my picks gone, man. I was sure the Phoenix Suns were gonna win. I was sure Giannis and the Bucks were gonna win. The only one that I was sure of that's still standing right now is the Suns. So we'll see what's up. Not the Suns, sorry. The Heat. My bad. I'm calling them the Suns. I'm calling them the Suns because
Suns.
Same for me. Like I had the Bucks going back to the finals. And I mean, so far the only team that I, had high hopes for that's still in it is the Warriors. I honestly feel like the Warriors might win it all this year. So we'll see what happens
at this point. Who do you want to see? So now, who is it for sure? Who do you think you would definitely see in the finals?
I don't know. It's looking like Miami Warriors to me.
Yeah,
but I don't know. People saying one of my homies actually made a valid point to me. Jason Tatum stopped KD. Jason Tatum stopped Giannis.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Butler ain't really much to handle. No offense to him. You know what I'm saying? He's an elite defender.
I don't know about Jason Tatum stopping them boys.
He really did though.
He was an offensive threat more of anything.
Yeah, But they did contain him that last game. This when the Celtics played them. There was a couple games where they held him, but you
gotta look at
Giannis' stat line. Giannis was still no. Giannis was damn near averaging 40 and a triple double. I already know. But not saying he was holding him consistently, but I'm saying like he might be able to hold them down enough to at least take them in 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Like it's possible.
I think that he gonna beat them because they got a full squad. I feel like the Bucks.
That's what I believe too, though.
The Bucks really lost because they didn't have Chris Middleton, and you know what I'm saying. There was debates back
believe that too.
Like last year around this time if Chris Middleton is actually the number one option. So that man is fired.
Right.
That man so that's a huge L. And Giannis was carried that team to Game 7. So
yeah. Nah, he did as much as he could. He couldn't do it by himself.
It was over after. I seen that game get out of him. Like it's over.
Yeah, but the Phoenix and Phoenix and Dallas game, that game was, oh my God,
that messed up their legacy.
Probably the worst playoff game I think I've ever seen ever. Like as far as like a team.
Do you think we're gonna see any more sweeps?
I don't think so.
Nah,
I don't think so. I'd be surprised if I saw a sweep at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen no
I don't know. To me, I'm hoping that it's the I think the Heat versus the Warriors would be a really good finals. You know what I'm saying?
I think so too.
Yeah.
It would be exciting. And I feel like it would be it might even go to Game 7. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a finals that goes to Game 7. That's like
I think that would be worthy of going to Game 7 because you got a prolific defending team and next man up team in the Heat, and then kind of like the same thing but more offensively in the Warriors. It would be good to see.
Right,
for sure.
Right. Well, obviously, when's the next game? Is it tonight? Not tonight, right? Or no?
No, I think tomorrow. It's Celtics Heat tomorrow, and then Warriors Mavs Wednesday.
All right, word. So we'll definitely keep up with that. While we're in the sports arena, though, let's talk about, or the NBA arena specifically. Let's talk about Rajon Rondo number 9. So he's in the news right now. Apparently, allegedly, he pulled out a gun on his, not on his family, but his family was present, and he pulled it out on his wife. There hasn't really been a reason. I'm pretty sure it was just some sort of domestic argument that escalated. Probably something that happens often. I don't know. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think this is like a bad look for him? Do y'all think it doesn't really matter at this point in his
I,
career.
I I I think it's a bad look, man. I mean, he already has a rep of being like, kind of somewhat arrogant, like standoffish attitude, like,
Yeah,
so like it doesn't look good on his resume as it is for him to do something like this. And then I think I mentioned it on the show before that somebody that I know like claims that they know somebody that was working, at the working for the Boston Celtics that was around Rajon Rondo enough where they say that they believe Rajon Rondo might even be gay. And like to see, I'm not gonna go that far, but to see something like this, like him going to the extent of pulling a gun on a female, it's like you doing some bitch shit. So like I wouldn't be surprised if he had some flamboyant tendencies, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah,
yeah,
it's not a good look for him though. It's not.
yeah. What do you think, Don?
Yeah, it's definitely not a good look. Like you said, I mean, yeah, he comes off as arrogant in the NBA, and just people seeing that off rip, the mass of like the media and people are gonna believe this headline no matter what. You know what I mean? Because it's Rajon Rondo.
Right.
So if it's true, man, that's definitely a bad look. Probably could mess up his the rest of his NBA career for right now.
And how much of
It
that
could.
you think he got left?
Whew, not much. I mean, he's one of them point guards that I don't even know how old he is to be real with you, but
He's up there.
Yeah,
yeah,
he got to be like.
yeah. I mean, if he really wanted to, he could be in the NBA a couple more years because he's just like what I'm saying, one of the IQ point guards that's gonna
Yeah.
pass the ball and put people in
Or even
correct.
a veteran that
Yeah, a vet.
yeah,
So
or even like a veteran that you sign like on a minimum contract and he's like an extra coach for real, even though he's a player technically. He would do
Right.
exactly,
both. You
exactly.
know?
But if this situation is real deal and everything comes out true and all that, and maybe he goes to jail or I don't know if he got arrested in this situation. If it's all comes true, then yeah, his career's done.
Yeah, man. But he definitely got to. I mean, domestic stuff is usually something we see more with NFL players. But
That's facts. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you
yeah,
usually see this stuff from NFL players. Like,
yeah,
I
it's
don't know
it's
what's up
straight
with
like
this.
an NFL headline. Usually NBA players are more like good at keeping it cool. So, like you said, he does have a history of being, a little bit difficult, a little bit arrogant, a little bit kind of a, I guess, like a hard head or whatever. So,
Soon
um,
get food.
I don't know. I don't think the NBA has officially said anything about it, nor I think his coaches or anything like that, or him. So, definitely something we're gonna have to keep our eye on. But
Word.
more than likely, personally, I don't think it's really gonna affect anything for him because I don't think he's a player right now that's like too. He don't got too much riding. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
If he is found guilty though, the Cavs will waive him. I'm pretty sure of that.
yeah.
Like,
If there's
and
I don't know if she like pressed charges and all that or if whatever. I don't know. I didn't read it.
oh, okay. Well, then there's that. I forgot. Yeah.
well, these
But yeah,
teams
for
be
sure. If
trying
he
to
gets caught up too,
these teams be trying to
go ahead.
protect their image. So, like, you got a vet on your team causing up drama towards the
Yeah.
team. They gonna be like, hey, we don't need you. And now you got to go try for other teams as a vet. That somebody that's a vet, but like not really gonna contribute that much. Yeah, nah, it's over with.
Yeah, it's definitely a interesting situation.
Word.
Like I said, we're gonna keep up with it. We're gonna move real quick out of the sports realm. We're gonna move into the entertainment stuff. So let's talk about this month that YSL is having. Definitely not a good. It's not been a good past couple weeks for them, or even the
Definitely
past
not.
2 weeks. So
Yeah.
YSL member musician Lil Keed passed away. Probably like what was a couple days ago now, right?
Like
Like
2 days ago, Saturday.
yeah, on Saturday. So from what they're saying too is they're like it was I believe it was like liver failure or something like that, heart liver failure.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know more than me. I didn't even hear anything. The most I heard was when his brother, said that he like I guess rushed him to the hospital because he found him unresponsive. So that was the most I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I think someone like close to him, like one of his like a family member, an associate of his, tweeted. Or no, they Snapchatted or Instagrammed and said like, oh yeah, it was heart liver failure.
Damn.
Um, which obviously a lot of people are saying is probably stems from him probably drinking lean or what I'm saying doing
It
drugs and
was
stuff like
definitely
that.
an overdose. That was my
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Which probably got heightened in the middle of all this stuff going on,
He was
with his
probably
people
stressing
and
that's
out.
true. He was
everything.
probably
Word.
stressing heavy.
Yeah, trusting heavy, bro. So as a lot of niggas are saying like, this situation is contributed to Lil Keed's death, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Um, so let me ask y'all, starting with Clay, like, what do you think should be, uh, like, as far as the role of everybody else in this whole YSL situation? Obviously, they got, I guess, the top dogs. You know what I mean? Like Thug and Gunna and the 26 other dudes. But what do you think should be the role of the other people on YSL? Like, what should they do at this point? Like, do you think it would be a smart move for them to keep pushing with music and all of that, or do you think like, because I was thinking like, what they, it's an interesting thing that they can't even right now technically drop or release music because all of their music is like evidence against them. Like, you know what I mean?
So it could be, yeah, it could be, but not for nothing though. Like if they have music that isn't correlating with anything that they
Right.
could have done or something like that, then I would say it would be in their best interest to keep it that way. And to kind of like use something that happened to back up my point. I seen that I think it was Metro Boomin or somebody made a tweet after Thug and Gunna's arrest and was like, "Oh, YSL has been an official LLC since like some year."
Yeah,
and
EJ was
and
talking about. That's what EJ was talking about last week.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the more you have things on paper and if they are doing things legitly and you know what I'm saying, like and they have their paperwork right, you know what I'm saying? It will add to their case if they keep things going, like if the business still moves as usual. Because if it seems like can't nothing at all happen while this whole situation is going on, then they kind of look sus, you know what I mean? Because it's like, why can't you do anything now?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's true.
why you so stiff? You know what I mean? Like there should still be some type of motion. Obviously, things aren't going to be as smooth as it should be because Thug is not free, but things should still be moving accordingly. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, for the most part,
sure.
it seems like from what I saw, like they the other people involved, even like Lil Baby and them, that's not may or may not be directly involved. It seems they're kind of ignoring it, just kind of going along with.
It seems like a lot of people ignoring it. Like,
yeah,
I haven't seen no. You know how usually it'd be some big artists like Jay-Z's usually one of them that'll come out and be like, "Freedom Boys" or "Free YSL," or you'll hear something about some big name artists coming to their defense. That's looking suspect too. Like these boys knew what these dudes was on, and they kind of distancing themselves from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It's interesting you say that because I was thinking about that too. Like I'm sure most of their close friends and associates and people involved with them and stuff knew or had an idea somewhat of what they was doing.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's gotta be weird thinking like, damn, if the police have been watching them for like 7 years, that means every interaction I had with them is probably recorded. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And I imagine a lot of people kind of stopped hitting them up or like having conversations with them. Like
I can only imagine how T.I. feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he said how he feel. He said he's one that came to their defense in a way, kinda. He said what we had spoke about the last episode about why the KKK ain't been hit with a RICO yet.
Oh yeah, that was the only thing he really said.
Yeah, that's all I've seen. But other than that, nothing really else. And what I have seen on this case, this is like some new information. I guess happened either like earlier today or yesterday, was that the police been tapping these dudes' phones in prison for a minute, and that's where they getting all this information on like Gunna telling them boys, why you ain't do this yet or why you ain't do that yet. And pretty much implicating himself. And I was thinking about that specific statement. And I'm like, first, I don't think there's a way that you can like say, yo, I was just like kind of just fucking around.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
But, kind of like you could think maybe he was like just saying, yo, yeah, y'all ain't shoot them boys. Yeah, just like flexing hard like he like some like big time boss. But probably in his head, he really wasn't thinking, yo, I really want them boys to kill this person. You know what I'm saying? Just talking out his ass.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I was thinking about how they were saying like the amount of failed attempts on YFN Lucci's life. I'm like, how y'all kept fucking this up? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
they wanted to kill him.
They couldn't aim, bro, because they shot at Lil Wayne too, allegedly.
Yeah, all that. Remember they tried to kill Lil Wayne, and that didn't get like, what's good with these niggas?
So I was thinking about that too. Like, y'all remember when Wayne Tour Bus got shot up in 2015? That was them niggas. I'm like, shit.
Oh yeah, it was like speculated even at the time that was
It kind of
Birdman and I
was.
think Gunna. I think that was like speculated.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
said
no, I remember.
everyone said it was Young Thug and them. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, my bad, not Gunna. Young Thug and
Yeah, Young Thug.
Birdman.
Yeah,
But
because that was at the peak when like Birdman was working with like Thug and shit. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, man. Yeah, like this whole situation is crazy. I don't know why you're a huge $1 million enterprise rapper and you out here really like trying to make or put out hits on other rappers. Not just random people, other big time known rappers, my nigga.
Forget the hits. They should be doing this whole Rico shit. Look at it's the same shit Bob's Cartel got caught for. And it's like, bro, why are you?
That's true. Niggas don't learn. That's crazy.
Why are you doing this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's. I can see how financially it's easier for someone like you to do it because you have the income and the funds to put into that.
Yeah, to your lawyer fees and all of that.
You know what I'm saying? It's everything.
Like,
$2 million.
why would you even want that bill?
Or $2 million to give my lawyer $2 million.
It's a big risk, man, because like we obviously haven't seen Bob's Cartel feed yet, and I don't think it's looking like that's not gonna happen. And which is crazy when you really, really think about it. But
so I'm thinking like, is that all that them boys was doing? Just trying to catch bodies? Like, were they?
No, nigga, that's what I'm saying. Rico is racketeering. Is basically
I know. Like, they believe that there was other stuff going on, other criminal activity. But I'm saying,
they don't believe, nigga. They have evidence.
They have solid evidence that other things happen. But everything else that I'm seeing is like bodies. Them boys catching bodies. Apparently, there's 50 bodies attached to YSL. You see Young Thug doing hits. You're not really. I don't see anything on the case talking about we stopped one of their boatloads or we stopped these transactions or we got a transaction from them. We're mainly seeing them putting hits on niggas.
Yeah, when the trial starts, you're gonna see all of that.
True.
All of that's gonna come up. But for now, of course they're gonna, Well, and I see some people questioning like why. One of the stupidest things I saw, people were when they had like the press conference or whatever with the DA, the district attorney for Georgia or Atlanta, and they're asking them like, why was Jack Harlow not?
That had to have been a troll, bro. I seen that.
No, it's not a troll. They're dead ass because people are confused, bro. People are stupid. You gotta remember, some people are under the idea that this was like a take. Remember, Jack Harlow is under 300 Entertainment with Young Thug and them niggas. He's not even on YSL. He's part of 300 Entertainment. So some people are thinking in their head like this was a takedown of Young Thug's record label.
They thought they're gonna take. You don't see none of the producers that signed going.
That's what they were like. Asking like, why are all these niggas like Metro?
I did see. I thought they was trolling. That's why, because somebody said, "Hey, I think Queen is a part of YSL." Queen, the singer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, bro,
niggas is trolling. Yeah, no, it's because.
Go ahead.
It's because YSL is LLC, but it's also a blood affiliate.
Young Slat life
type shit.
I'm saying, so it's like clearly not everybody on 300 Entertainment was on that shit. Like that shit in your contract, like you got to sign up for YSL's gang. You know what I'm saying? Like So obviously they wouldn't arrest Jack Harlow or any of them niggas. So, but yeah, man, it's definitely an interesting time, bro. Like I honestly was thinking about it today. I'm just like, what did these niggas really end up doing? Like 10, 15 years or some shit, bro. Or
man,
even more.
If they find ways.
You know what I think's gonna happen? It's gonna be a shift in music.
It's gonna be what?
A shift in music.
There's gonna be a shift in music.
I could see that. I could see that a little.
I mean, there kind of already is with all this drill shit going on, but I think there's gonna be even more of a shift.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the drill music and people like kind of like, oh snap, they can use my lyrics against me now. Like, people gonna kind of draw back from putting a lot of that information out there. And like I think B Cherry said on the last episode, like if that's what they did, then they gonna rap about it or write about it. You know what I mean? Kind of like
but there's a way. I feel like there's a way to write about it without
implicating yourself.
We even going over some of the lyrics last week.
Yeah.
Some of these lyrics are very specific. Like they're very detailed and very specific. And I feel like you can, what I mean? Because we were talking about before, right? Like like we were rappers, gangster rappers from before, like even like 50 Cent. He would more so paint the picture of what was happening. He was not telling you, I did this last night or I did this last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, let me put an image in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that cannot in court. You painting the image cannot be held against you. You know what I'm saying? Like they can use it, but in most cases they're gonna be like, well, nigga, he didn't say he did that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he didn't say I did it. He didn't use a specific time. Bro, these niggas would dead be like, yo, we caught a body last week. So and so caught a body last week, and it's like, do you not think people know what caught a body means? Like, it's kind of self.
And mention where they caught the body.
Yeah,
Lennox Mall. Or Lennox, wherever that is.
Bro, nigga, they'll say what car they was driving.
That's the whole word. Niggas talk the getaway driver's car, the ID, social security numbers, all these things. Is like, bro, why are you bringing this up in the song? Like, and it's not one time, not two times. It's literally song after song after song. Like,
it's a shame, but I told you, I really think it's people's trying to come up the same way Bobby Shmurda did. That's really all it is.
But Young Thug and them was already
up. Is like I said, bro. There's we'll talk about later when we get to this Kendrick.
Yeah.
But there needs to be evolution as an artist. If Young
facts.
This gangster shit even 3-4 years ago, he probably would not be in this situation right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, he doesn't need to. It doesn't mean Young Thug needs to start rapping like Chance the Rapper, obviously. But
right. No.
You would think as you're getting deeper into your criminal
enterprise,
and as it's getting bigger and you're getting more popular as an artist, you're winning Grammys and stuff like that. You think you'd be like, all right, let me more so separate myself from that at least.
Yeah, no facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Like, I agree. I was just more alluding to the fact of like why people are still chasing that gangster rap. I really think people hang on because when you think of people who did some street shit, went to jail, didn't tell on their mans, and got out on some G shit, it's like you only think of when, or at least as of recently, you only think of him and when him and Rowdy did it. So that's why I feel like everybody, especially these New York rappers, that's why they doing the same shit. They're doing some street shit. They want to rap about it. Fuck it, I'll go to jail because when I come out of jail, I'm lit. But it's like, nigga, that shit don't work for everybody.
they throwing a book at
you. Don't want to go to jail a couple months or a year or two over a gun charge. Is different than a whole full-blown RICO charge.
A whole body, like, right, or a RICO charge.
So I said they learn
body charges.
If the rappers are learning from the Bobby Shmurda shit, then the troll is learning too. Because
of course,
they throwing, like you said, RICOs at all these niggas, man. And they know that RICO comes with some time, and they throwing a book at all these niggas, bro. Like, and Bobby Shmurda time, that wasn't no light time. What was that, like 5 to 7 years?
Yeah, it was like.
I think it was like 7 to 8, nigga. What?
Yeah,
nigga.
Yeah, I think he got out in 6.
I think it was 6 or 7
years. He got locked up in what, 2000? It was like 16?
No,
12. No, it was like
13 or 14, I think.
It was like, nigga, it had to be like 2014 or 2014
so
or 15.
that's like 6
I'm about to
years.
look it up.
Yeah, look that up.
I swear I thought it was like 7 or 8 years, bro.
It was like, I think it was like 5 or 6, but that's still a minute.
Nigga, the man did like 4 or 5. He had most he did was 5.
Regardless,
I think he was supposed to do like a shorter span like that, and they ended up doing more because of him taking less for Rowdy type shit. Yeah, see, he went to jail for. Wait, hold on. That shit gave me 2 different ones. That's what I'm trying to figure out which is which.
What's it say?
It says okay, so 2014 was when he was
2016
arrested.
is when he pled guilty. He was sentenced to 7 years, and he got released.
Yeah, 6.
So he did like
remember,
I said,
but remember, he was still locked up in 14. He didn't get bond. He was still in jail. He got time served.
But that's why it felt longer because he
because he got released after 6 years.
Yeah. He got time served. He was in jail, then he got sentenced.
And that's like
so that's what it was.
And that's a lot of freaking time, bro. Like,
because it felt like a long time. Because the nigga was in jail for a minute before he even got sentenced.
So and he was
like damn near 2 years.
And like the middle of the sentence, he started regretting taking his plea deal.
Yeah, he started regretting a lot of things.
And they about to do Casanova the same way.
Yeah, he about to be fucked. And the thing is, like, I feel like less people. Casanova isn't as loved right now going into prison as Bobby Shmurda was when he went in. You know,
you said he isn't as what?
Like he's not as popular or as loved. Like people when Bobby went in, niggas like was You know what I'm
Got you,
saying?
got you, got you, got you.
Like
And
Casanova, I'm not really getting them vibes no more. They ain't even much playing his songs no more.
for real. And the sucky thing is, Bobby Shmurda went in as like kind of like the peon. He wasn't the headmasters, I guess you could say. But Casanova is like that headmaster. They saying so.
And is that and that's also what they're saying for Young Thug, right?
Yeah,
They're saying
yeah.
Young Thug is the
Yeah,
head of the snake, basically.
yeah. That's why I say Young
Big slime.
anybody who really has faith in this situation with Young Thug, man, like that sucks because he either got to take a plea deal, which is gonna come with some few years, or if he goes to trial,
even a plea deal, he gonna get at least 6 to 7.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he goes to trial, they gonna slap life on your ass, like whatever, bro. Here,
Yeah.
So he's fucked
These
either
niggas
way,
are, like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see because these niggas, they literally, one of their songs switching on themselves. They literally have a song called "Take This Shit to Motherfucking Trial." So clearly,
my man rapped it into existence. He said, "Ask the DA, ask the jury."
It's like niggas knew.
They know all the business.
But you know what's the thing I was thinking about? Like when you live in that lifestyle, bro, especially when you're on that level, it's probably all that's on your mind, my nigga. Like you probably constantly, every time you walk out the house, you thinking like, bro, this feds taking pictures. You writing your raps, you thinking about that shit. That's why that's the only thing they can like rap and talk about.
That's true.
Right. Because that's their reality, yeah.
Crazy, bro. Because like
that shit crazy.
I don't know, man. Like, because like I said, Young Thug, it's one thing because usually this happens to cats like Casanova, even Bobby Shmurda when he was very early in his career. And you could say, all right, I can see why maybe you would need to dabble in this. But Young Thug at this point, like, bro, Young Thug has clearly got to be making at least $500,000 a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
on a bad night.
At least, yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, like
at least.
My man's was bugging heavy with that. Boy, tripping, bro.
Yeah, man,
tripping.
Leave the street shit alone. Get your money the legal way.
Take that plea deal, my guy.
Like I said, we're gonna keep up with that. See where that goes.
All that too.
I think we're supposed to talk about the Mac Miller thing. We didn't really get to discuss it, right? We didn't.
No, we didn't touch that yet.
Yeah. So found out today, man. Mac Miller's. As you all know, Mac Miller a couple years ago. I think it was like what? By now it's like 3-4 years, right?
Yeah, I was bumping his album yesterday too.
Yeah, died of a fentanyl overdose, unfortunately. And you know, they eventually found the dealer through his text messages and stuff like that, or close friends. They found the dealer who was his longtime dealer, served him regularly and stuff like that. And he obviously was on trial, and now he's been given 17 years. 17-year sentence.
Damn.
I'm gonna ask obviously ask y'all what y'all think, but me personally, I think this is crazy. I think it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Because one, it's been established and discussed that Mac Miller was taking fentanyl. Like he wasn't one of those people that was getting it on accident. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna ask. He was taking it purposefully, right?
Yeah, like he was requesting it from the dealer. And to me, I feel like this is I feel like there's signs of white privilege or whatever you want to call that shit here. Because I didn't see nobody hunting down what's homeboy named ASAP Perp or whatever his name is that died of his shit. I see nobody
ASAP Yams.
ASAP Yams. Fredo died, drug overdose. Didn't see nobody go hunt down Fredo's.
That is true.
That's true.
And there's gotta be, I think I'm gotta be missing at least 1 or 2 other rappers that have died over lean or whatever in the past couple of years.
Juice WRLD.
All Juice. I didn't see nobody go hunting down niggas that serve.
Nobody went hunting down his dealer. That's a fact.
So to not only hunt this man down, but to act like he killed Mac Miller and there's people that have done murders that have not gotten 17 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the judicial system is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Clay? Like, I at least, me personally, I don't think he should have been arrested at all. Especially if the only way he should have been arrested, in my opinion, is if he was purposefully giving Mac Miller fentanyl, like cutting his regular drugs with fentanyl.
Right.
You know
right. Which is what motherfuckers in New York is doing, and why I keep close to my pot dealers, because I'm not dealing with no bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit now, bro. Especially if you're dealing with pills and stuff. But my if we got proof that he was asking for this, and this is what I'm giving him, I don't think this nigga should have got arrested and done time for that, bro. I don't think so.
I agree. I 100% agree. And I just want to ask one question.
Yeah.
What is the dealer's ethnicity?
I don't know. Is that him in this picture?
That's him. I think that's him on the picture. I put Mac
Yeah,
Miller
I'm pretty sure
dealer.
that's him, if I'm not mistaken. But still, it's like, nigga,
Okay,
I
because I
feel
don't
like
see it. Is it a black guy, white guy? What is
it's
he?
a
He,
white
he
guy.
looks white.
It's a white guy.
Yeah.
Not you
Okay, I
can't
mean,
really. He could be Hispanic,
He could
but
be Hispanic or some shit, yeah. But I feel
but
like if
either
Mac
way,
Miller wasn't white and his death wasn't taken, like, okay, Mac Miller, I understand that he wasn't as big as Fredo or as big as ASAP Yams or whatever, but I feel like this nigga died and the world took it so to heart.
right.
And same with fucking with Juice. When Juice died, people were kind of RIP for like a week or so. But
Right.
nobody went hunted down his his drug dealers or what he cared about what was
Facts.
going on with personally.
it could have been.
I'll get deeper than that. Nigga, the niggas shot and killed X, and we still don't know who did that.
Yeah, all that.
They didn't catch his killers.
Yeah, they did.
No,
I think they killed. I think they caught him. They
I
caught him
think
like that
they
same
all-
day.
I never heard about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They caught him same day.
Two people.
It was 2 people. But with this
Shit.
situation, so like with I think maybe his family probably was pursuing this situation a lot harder. That's what I think. But if they thinking if the dealer should get this, not this amount of time, but he should get something, because like it's like the man died off your drugs. You sold him drugs. Like I think I heard
because he took fentanyl.
Yeah, I know, but I've heard of a situation where somebody had a prescription pill and they gave somebody the prescription pill, and that person died. I think they asked for it for some reason, and that person died, and the person who gave them prescription pill, they got some time. You know what I mean? So I think maybe like not 17 years, but I think he should definitely do some time. You know what I mean? Regardless.
Oh, man, I'm not.
I feel what you're saying, but like that is a tough cookie. I mean, just for me personally, if I was the judge, if there's scripted evidence that shows that Mac was requesting for this dealer to get him fentanyl, unless this was a dealer who was just feeding fentanyl to everybody, like, because that's the one thing I think would have to play a factor into it. Like, then I'd be like, all right, I understand why you giving him X amount of time, because fentanyl is becoming a problem in the streets with other drugs because it's being cut into other shit. But if it was something that was like Mac is making this nigga go out of his way to get the fentanyl, because I know situations like that too, where a dealer don't got a certain thing and they're like, yo, is it possible for you to get it? And it's like the nigga gotta go out of his way to get it for you. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like a situation like that, even where he was making the dealer go out of his way to get the Fenty, like I really don't think he deserves time. But that's just me.
That was suck. Imagine getting bugged to get some fentanyl. And then, you know what I'm saying, the nigga died from it.
And then you finally give it to the nigga and then he die and now you in prison. Like, come on. Like, come on, son. Oh my God.
Yeah, but nah, I can, like, even with what you said, like, they don't go after other people, like Juice WRLD's drug dealer or the other dude's drug dealer. That definitely does make sense. And 17 years kind of does seem excessive for
Bro, there's a nurse
like this.
There's a nurse in Tennessee. Her name's Renonda Vaught. She accidentally, and I get it, a nurse is obviously not a drug dealer, but she accidentally gave up. A patient was going under for a basic, regular, routine surgery or something, and she, instead of giving her anesthesia or whatever, she actually pumped her with some type of drug that poisoned her and killed her.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Yeah, and the lady, she was found guilty, and you know what her sentence was?
What?
3 years of probation. That's it. Bitch went home. You know what I'm saying? If that lady gets to go home, I feel like Mac Miller's dope boy.
That's what I'm saying. So Mac Miller's drug dealer.
You're talking about a trained nurse who's supposed to be alert and awake during her shift. Should see, and the bottle and evidence that showed it had a clear red sign with the skull. Do not put. So clearly the bitch had to have been like not paying attention or sleepy or
really
something.
not paying attention.
Facts. And she's in there crying in the courtroom, blah, 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 you know, and they give her 3 years probation. But it's like, bro, I get it was an accident, but you were still responsible to do the opposite of your job is to do the opposite of what you did, you know?
Right.
You should have got something. So if we're going to give this drug dealer boy 17 years.
17 years is OD.
For supplying his customer with a drug he asked for and took too excessively that killed him. Come on, man. That's crazy. I'd be like, 17 years? That's wild, bro. They probably wouldn't even give him 17 years if they caught him with fentanyl. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
So,
that's true.
Like,
that is true, though.
OD, bro.
If anything, that should be the time you get. Whatever time that you get when you get caught with fentanyl, maybe it should be like similar to that time. But I don't know.
Right. I mean, I'm sure it depends on the amount you get caught with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
intent, and all that.
But
But
17 years is OD.
yeah,
Don't take
not bad.
fentanyl, kids, and I don't know.
Definitely,
So
That
much
shit,
for
I've
the
been hearing
heavy
way
one,
too
shit.
much ODs and deaths off of fentanyl.
Yeah, bro. Especially like I said with the weed, bro, it became a serious problem in New York. I think last summer they were warning everybody like, yo, like make sure you know where you're getting your weed from because especially if it's off the street, it's getting cut with fentanyl. And like a few people got poisoned that way. And I'm not sure if anybody died, but it was becoming a problem in New York, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's definitely an issue.
Specifically upstate New York. But yeah.
Like that's wild to me. You know people are dying from this shit, and then you take the risk to cut your weed with fentanyl and shit. Like that's wild.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
niggas,
It just sounds crazy to me.
But
it's
but
pretty
you know what it
stupid.
is? It's because that's the new way of niggas trying to get rid of like some batch of weed that they know nobody's gonna smoke because it's probably not that good. They just
Yeah,
cut a little fentanyl in it. Niggas is hitting it. Oh shit, this shit's on fire,
word, this
and
shit
it's really
lit.
just laced. You know what I'm saying?
And then
But
when
real
once you
niggas,
put the right amount and say you get niggas how they think they smoking za, they gonna keep hitting you back like, oh, he got the za for you know what I'm saying for the lows. Like, no, you smoking Fetty, bro. That ain't, like, no, that
right,
ain't no za.
Damn.
right.
But yeah, we gonna keep moving. We gonna keep up with that situation. Obviously, we got like 2 more topics, so we gonna keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that Joey. I don't know. I hope he finds a way to lower down at 17. Maybe just do a couple years out of 10. Maybe even just
He'll
Yeah,
probably
I was
appeal it.
seeing just 8. I'm saying hopefully 8, somewhere between 8 to 10. Like I
yeah,
don't even think
most
it
man.
deserves that, but
Most was 17, bro. That's wild, bro.
different.
All right, so let's talk about this mass shooting, man. Unfortunately, this crazy shooting that happened in Buffalo, New York, upstate.
Oh man.
I guess from what I'm seeing, about 10 people, 10 African Americans lost their lives. So what's interesting about this is that it was apparently it's an intentional hate crime. Like the killer himself has minced no words. He's made it very clear. He wrote a manifesto and all that. He's written,
Yep.
he made it very clear that he identifies as a white supremacist and that he spent a certain amount of time researching and basically fueling his anger, and that he chose to let it out this way. He admitted to studying other mass shootings, other mass killers, and which is probably why he did the supermarket thing. 'Cause remember the dude in Colorado did the supermarket shooting. So yeah, man, this one sucks really bad, man, because it's like it's difficult when you think about these things happening in places where you would never expect them to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like history of these things have kind of taught us to be on alert, in certain places, whether it be like movie
Right.
theaters or at school, you know what I mean, or whatever. But the supermarket thing is just so weird to me, man. It's like that's the last
crazy,
place
bro.
I'm even thinking of being on alert for something like that to happen, bro. It's crazy.
And I watched unfortunately I watched the video that they got.
I couldn't
And
even stomach watching it, bro.
it's
I didn't
like,
watch it.
bro, I always think to myself, say I'm in a public place with a lot of people. I always think to myself, yo, okay, so say something like this happens, right? Or I could duck or move this way, go this way. Bro, they had no chance, bro. That
No,
man,
no
first of
chance.
all, he was
Only people
I
that
don't
still
know.
have a chance is the people if you're in the back.
In the back, because
And
you
you
can
hear
then
that
go
shit,
into the
yeah.
stock. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
But
that's the only
he
way.
was a trained killer or something because my man pulled out no miss. I don't think he missed anybody. No shots missed, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I
Bro,
seen
the
it.
way he hit the first 4 people in the front of the supermarket, bro, that shit dropped my stomach,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying, bro. And it's you have no chance. You're not getting out of that. So it's like, damn, bro. It's crazy. I hate to see stuff like that because it's like, yo, if I'm in that position, like what can you do? You're gone, bro. And it's so sad, bro, that people do shit like that, man.
Bro, that ass, man.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, bro. So I mean, like, we all gotta go. Death is actually part of life, ironically. So it's like, but I just feel like there's some ways that's like, bro, people need to go that way. Like, people should not, trying to buy fucking cereal and shit, and that should not be the fate that you meet. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. There's so much crazy things about it because it's like even we talked about this before when the supermarket in Colorado situation or wherever it was. I feel like this thing has become so specifically a part of American culture.
It's
It
fucking
is
crazy.
America's responsibility to create some kind of something. They got to do something. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I was
saying?
saying the
Like
last time, man. And everybody
they got to do something.
cry about gun control, but bro, y'all see what's happening. This isn't no conspiracy theory. Like people
But
are
Right.
even if it's
literally
not
dying.
about gun control, because I'm one of those people who strongly believe it would be almost impossible to actually pull off gun control.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's even to make a stronger consequence for the I don't if you do a let's say if you set a minimum, you do a mass shooting and you kill at least 3 people, that's known. There should not be no trial. What
Oh
is
yeah,
there to
yeah,
do
yeah,
to
yeah.
get the
That
trial?
yes, you're right. You're right. I was saying that if they did something where I feel like I feel like these mass shooters should be tortured. Like catch them, cool, keep them living, bring them in, and torture them motherfuckers. Cut their fucking nuts
Just
off
like you
and
would a terror, yeah, like
yeah,
the real
yeah.
terror. Like,
Do some
Word.
OD torture shit.
Word.
Like that's what I believe, man. I don't
and
care
it's
about
not
no.
just kill him.
Yeah,
One of them, and he's living proof of this because he even said he watched and studied other guys who did this before him, and he saw how they treated him, what they did, and now he would get his 15 minutes of fame or whatever. Stop giving these niggas. I've now seen his face more than I've seen any of the 10 people that he killed in that
facts, bro.
supermarket.
Right. Right.
It's like, bro, you're doing this, and these guys realize that you're doing this. They're gonna, let's say if you're already mentally ill, and
They know they can have the choice over their life. Either they kill
yeah.
themselves or they can go through trial, eat their
Nine times out of 10,
McDonald's,
my
take
nigga.
stops at where did that nigga take stops at? Burger King, eat
You
some
gotta
Burger
remember
King.
him, homeboy Dylan Roof is still alive. Homeboy that did the Batman shooting, the Joker nigga, he's still alive. The kid that did the Parkland shooting in Florida, he's still alive. Kill these niggas, bro.
For real,
That
bro.
shit is so crazy to me how these niggas could kill off people's whole family, and y'all will take them and house them in jail with regular niggas that did regular shit like steal from a store. Like
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You
I
know
don't
what I'm saying?
care
Like,
if I was a cop and I know I'm coming to a mass shooter.
I'm killing you,
I'm
bro.
killing.
Don't-
Like
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
killing you.
He's
Tell me,
dead.
especially in certain situations, this shit is still going on. It's active. You still got a gun. You standing up. I'm shooting.
Apparently,
There's
they
no-
talked him to put the gun down. They talked
Why
him
would you
out of
even-
shooting
That
himself.
nigga knew what the fuck he was
Get a
doing.
moment. I'm not talking to this nigga.
For real, bro. There's no question.
He knew what the fuck he was doing, bro. These fucking white privileged shooters ass niggas, bro. They know what they doing, bro. And then you know it's the sweet spot on it. he suffers from mental illness.
Fuck that. I don't want to hear
It
that.
disgusts me to
This
even say it disgusts me to
Fuck
even
that.
say it properly because I know that's cap, bro.
He suffers
It's
from
not
mass
cap.
shooter
You
illness.
know
That if
what
that's
it is. You
you
know
slap
what
the
it is.
mental
Say
illness out of his
this
blood
shit.
clot,
He's mentally
bro.
ill, but that's not an excuse to do this shit.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Like,
know, but that's what a lot of these white shooters. That's what they all do. They plead that case to try to go in the fucking insane asylum instead of prison. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Like,
nah,
That's crazy, bro.
the only mental illness he got is mass shooter illness, and mass shooter illness that should be the worst thing that you can do. They need to torture that nigga. Do
that's
it
what
like
I'm saying, bro.
that's crazy.
Just we talk about this nigga thing. It wasn't like, oh, I snapped. I went mental ill. Voices told me to do it. The man said, I'm racist. I intentionally targeted this black community and I wanted to kill black people because of white supremacy.
yeah,
Why
bro,
are we even
and,
like?
and
giving
that's
this
why
a chance?
if he don't get life in prison, bro, it's gonna get worse than when George Floyd got killed, bro.
Oh yeah,
It's-
I mean,
I
I'll be honest. I
hope,
think everybody. I feel like that shit's given up. Look how much niggas since that
Bro.
George Floyd shit have the
bro.
black niggas
On
die from cops.
God, I wouldn't let it, bro.
I like
On
what
God, I
Caleb
wouldn't
said
let
though.
it.
Caleb said, "Got to keep him alive to see if there's a larger plot." That does
Nigga,
make
this
sense.
is not Batman. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
There's no larger plot, bro.
Yeah.
If any of these niggas who did this had a history of, oh, it turned out to be something, that's never the case. It's always just them, they mama at home or they daddy or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Even
Right.
legit that shot up to school the other day and his parents had to get arrested for him or whatever. There's no bigger picture. These niggas are not that intelligent to think of no, you know what I'm saying? That's not even in there. It's just hate and kill. That's it. There's
Right.
no bigger, no, none at all. I'm not jacking that at all.
If they
There's
do,
no
if they
bigger
do,
picture.
if they do, were to keep him alive to, I guess, do some research or investigation on a bigger plot. As soon as they find no connections, bro, toss that nigga in a blender and torture his ass.
Bro, there will never be no connection.
Yeah.
These niggas went into history. You can even take
Go
it
to
back to them
Blender right
boys
now.
that shot up Columbine. There's nothing bigger than that day and that plan. That they said,
Right.
that's it. There's never no
Right.
bigger picture. Niggas is just like, oh, I'm just gonna kill niggas.
And you seen the end when I sent you the video, Don. You seen towards the end of the video, right, where he almost shot the white guy,
Bro,
and the guy was like, "Oh my God, no!"
Yeah, he's like,
He-
oh my God.
no,
sorry.
I know you didn't watch it, Jay. I know you didn't watch it, Jay, but I know Don seen it. But he almost shot a white guy that was like laying on the floor, and the white guy's like, "Oh my God, no!" And he's like, "Oh, sorry," and then just literally ran away from the nigga. I was just like, "Oh, all right,
bro, come on, man, that's crazy."
Heard you, nigga. Heard you.
I don't see no reason to keep them niggas alive. No reason. There's no reason. Because even if there was, America is clearly not very good at predicting this shit, or like, because this shit will happen Tuesday, then happen again Wednesday, then things like, yo.
No, but you ain't hear what happened yesterday morning, or
that's what I'm saying. There was more. There was like,
I heard.
California. There was
one in California. Hold on, it sparked that many? There was more than one. That just one.
One in California. There was some other one that happened yesterday too, and then they niggas shot up some other thing, and like this one I think happened before the Buffalo one, like the day before. But it was the weekend. It was like 4 or 5 of these shits, bro.
What the fuck, bro? Like that? These. Why are they keeping these dudes alive? Why? Nobody cares to see a trial. I don't care to see a trial.
But my thing is like, like
that shit pisses me off, bro.
Niggas gotta be strapped, bro. They gotta start.
Oh, tough.
Like,
I am, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Because if several people in that supermarket was strapped, he couldn't have gotten that far doing all that shit, bro.
Bro, nah, you gotta see the video out, dog. My man hopped out the vehicle and instantly
he
took out 3 people within 2-3 seconds, bro. It wasn't nobody was pulling their gun out and
so he started from the parking lot.
My nigga pulled up in the front of the supermarket, pulled out his gun and went off. And it was like straight shots.
It was like pop, 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 pop. Like he was on target.
AK?
No, it was like an AR. It was like a single shot
on target. No misses, bro.
Bro, he was tweaking. Literally, as he was pulling up, there was a lady picking something up off the ground. Bro, by the time she stood up, I don't even think she got a chance to see what the nigga looked like. By the time she stood up, he popped her twice and she dropped, bro.
I'm talking,
I was like,
3 to 5 seconds,
nigga.
Bro. So it's like this you can't defend yourself. Even if you have a strap, you're not gonna be able to defend yourself against somebody.
No, I mean in the sense of like, say someone else in the supermarket was like, "Oh, I hear it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe somebody did.
Could have stopped him.
There was a security guard who did. He tried. He shot him, but the kid had a vest on or some kind of artillery.
Oh yeah,
and the bullet hit him,
the black
but it didn't affect him, and he killed the black security guard. So defending yourself is like pretty much it's least effective.
It just depends on how prepared they pulling up, but
y'all
for the most part,
2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right.
All right.
No, you good.
Yeah. Nah.
But
like
it just depends on how prepared they pulling up though, because like this nigga, most of them motherfuckers nowadays is pulling up looking like they belong in the army. Goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy. My man pulled up. Hold on. But yeah, my man pulled up, and like I said, he went off. And so when I seen it, I'm just thinking, yo, there's no way to defend yourself like that. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
3 to 5 seconds just took off on everybody, bro.
Like literally, you would have had to have known he was coming in to do that to know what the fuck was going on, because I think even him, like, because if I seen somebody hop out the car and just pull out a gun, like in the first 2 seconds, I'm not gonna think duck and run. I'm gonna think, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm just going about my day normally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, that shit is crazy. But it's definitely gonna make. I hope it makes everybody stay on their toes a lot more. As unfortunate as that sounds, you know what I'm saying? Because it just seems like, this shit just gonna keep going on until something's. I don't even know what the fuck could happen at this point.
America need to do something, bro. Like you said. I mean, even if it's not gun control, and I think it got to be some sort of gun control. You ain't got to take guns from everybody, but some sort.
My thing is with gun control is like, if you really want to get a gun, you will get a gun, nigga. Like niggas was getting guns. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want one, you gonna get one.
But imagine being caught with a gun, and them slapping you with an automatic 40-year sentence because they don't want you with guns. That's what I'm saying. You got to start somewhere. If you don't want niggas with automatic rifles and shit like that, you could say, "Hey, we catch you with an automatic rifle, you getting life."
But here's my thing.
Like that, automatic.
Yes, that would probably help in general keeping gang niggas and shit from having guns, right? But in my head, I'm thinking like, once these niggas wake up with this as their plan for the day, I don't think they're thinking much past that. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga who wakes up in the morning and is determined, okay, I'm gonna go to the supermarket and I'm gonna shoot 10, 12 black people, he probably don't give a fuck about if he gets caught with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably, because like, today's the
Nah,
day anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, either I'm gonna
yeah,
make
they
it to
don't
the
care.
supermarket
Well,
and do what I do, and I'm gonna get locked up or dead anyway, or
And
I'm gonna
yeah,
get,
he has his
yeah, I
plan.
feel like
No,
that's
no,
how they,
he know he not gonna die. He knows he's in.
and
I'm
that's
mentally
wild too.
ill.
Like I said, like,
That's all he
how
gotta
is it
do.
that when y'all will pull over certain black people, whoever, let's not even say black people, minorities, whoever,
Minorities, yeah.
and if y'all even somewhat think they have a weapon or they're reaching for a weapon or whatever, it's lights out. But in almost every single one of these situations, y'all find a way to apprehend the suspect unharmed, completely fine.
man,
It just don't add up, bro. It's like
it don't.
with the clearly there's a attitude or something or like a mindset here where it's like, oh, and this is why I feel like these guys do this. They're like if you wanted to rank villains or whatever that do shit, they're like the most valuable villains. You know what I'm saying? Because like Caleb was kind of just saying, they always want to capture them and bring them in alive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
kill that nigga, bro. There's nothing you can learn from this man. Absolutely nothing you can learn from this kid. You know?
nothing at all.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like that's right. That shit is right up there to me next to like touching little kids and doing weird shit like that.
You
You know
said
what I'm
right
saying?
up
Like,
there. That I want to say
like
that shit worse, bro.
shit
Yeah,
worse.
cause like okay, touching little kids, I wouldn't say torture the motherfucker, like that. But this, yeah, torture that nigga. Like I'll be happy to sit there and watch them torture this motherfucker, bro. That
Yeah, that's the
shit's
live
crazy
stream I
to
want
me.
to see.
I would love to see
That's a
that on
fact.
live stream. Them like sitting there chopping this nigga's nuts off and taking the skin off his face like some weird ass torture shit. Like
Yeah, bro.
that would be
Because
a good live stream to
what's
see.
y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna go slap him with what? Maybe give him 25 to life, whatever. He's not gonna go on death row. I mean, he's probably gonna be if they even give him death row. That which I don't think he on New York they don't do death row no more,
They
right?
don't do death row in New York.
You see what I'm
No,
saying?
Boom.
So
So
nigga
he
right
can only
there,
he can only get life.
there's
he
no even
he gonna have a
not even a
nice
situation
time
for
in prison.
shot.
But that's why I said, bro, if you don't get life, my nigga,
He has to get life. That's the
Yeah, he has to
like
get life, but he's winning getting life. Come on, son. You getting free meals in prison. You getting a place to sleep.
listen, man. My
Read
thing is
books.
to all the people that I understand doing your internet thing, right? And I understand meeting up with your gang and trying to overthrow the Congress or whatever and doing, bringing that shit to life. I don't see how would it help, however, on whatever side of the race war that you're on, how does it help to go kill 10 people in the supermarket? Or what does it do? Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as advancing your side or your narrative about
I don't know. Apparently, there's like some I don't want to say unwritten because it's written
Trey
somewhere,
just
but
froze up.
like there's like some not really manifesto, but like some type of writing that I seen online like a couple days ago where they're saying like, one of the which is also one of the reasons why this motherfucker did the shooting was because it's like written in history, like behind history, for white people to slowly eliminate minorities while we're all here in America. And it's just like, I don't know how much of that to believe, but it does rub us minorities the wrong way when Caucasians are doing fucking crazy things like shootings, what I'm saying, on multiple different occasions, whether it's discriminatory or they just doing it just because they, whatever the case may be. And it's always, jail time and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's something I feel like we'll never know until, it's not an unknown, if it's ever an unknown. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
yeah, man. I don't know. I'm sure everyone's gonna have their, different opinion on it or whatever, but
Of course.
I don't know. For me, it's just like I don't see no point in doing that shit. Like, just like
Uh, we
I don't
everywhere,
think
bro.
like I
I
told
was
you.
just telling my mans, we are everywhere. We're not going nowhere. Even in the nicest neighborhoods, you will find minorities, bro. Even in the nicest areas, in the richest areas, we are everywhere, bro. We not going nowhere. Like, you could hate us or love us, we ain't going nowhere. Just like how Asians and Mexicans and Indians and nobody going nowhere, bro. There's too many different populations in the world. for
Yeah,
for
that's what
for
I'm saying. I
people.
just feel like they're trying to eliminate people 10 by 10 in a supermarket. Seems pretty fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
like
It's
it's
not gonna.
stupid. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but yeah. Let's So okay, so we're gonna definitely, like I said, we're gonna keep up with that. We'll see how the obvious upcoming trial is gonna go.
For
See if
sure.
he has anything to say. I'd be interested, honestly, to hear like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, chopping I ain't fierce.
like, but
I
uh,
real chop.
all right. So before we get out of here, let's get on to the last topic. We're gonna talk about this this Kendrick album. This Kendrick album, Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper or the Big Steppers.
Big
The
steppers.
big steppers.
So this album is definitely surprising for me, I would say, because
I know you surprised.
yeah, I was very surprised.
Damn, did you say it last
It's like
episode?
Kendrick Lamar was listening to me. He's like, I got something for your ass.
Yeah, nah, yeah. Last episode you said it. You said, hey, if it's good, I gotta come on here and say I was wrong.
Yeah, I said if he proved me wrong, I'd come here and eat my words. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had to eat them shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and I'm gonna try to like do like a little review or something in the next couple of days, but we have been having little technical difficulties and shit. But for me, one of the many things that was cool about this album that was made it really, really, really good to me, and now listening to it as much times as I had, it might even in my ears be better than Good Kid, Mad City. It might to me be his best album that he's made, but I think what made it so good is that it's so much not what you thought or what you expected this nigga to, between the subject matter to the way he presented the songs to Kodak Black being involved with it. Like there's so much aspects of it that you're like, wow, this
the openness. He got really open on it.
Openness, because like it's really, there's a song on this album that's completely about him growing up with a gay aunt and how that like, and that shit was like a whole web of craziness. Like,
yo, bro, that song was fire though.
Yeah, and
Monty is a man now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I feel like what's so crazy is that like
that shit was hard.
Most artists, especially this deep into their career, don't come with the personal album this deep. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the album you would expect him to come maybe directly right after Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Like this man talks about his family. He talks about his experience with with COVID during the COVID, his experience with the Black Lives Matter stuff. His like I said, his family experiences. He mentions his cousin suing him a couple times. He mentions there's even a slight reference to him being molested as a child on there.
Yep. I remember
that. It's fucking nuts. Like,
yeah.
And with all that, he doesn't present it in a way of it's like, track after track of just like craziness. It's kind of like, it's like evenly spread out in like this beautiful, like, I don't even know what to call it, like orchestra or some shit.
And the way he did it, like side A, side B, like the 9 and 9. Yeah, I thought that was dope too.
Yeah, bro, and I like that he gave, there's like 2 interludes on it. One each was like, one is Kodak's interlude, and then one with Baby Keem.
Yeah.
And I like that he gave them both the opportunity to kind of do the same thing that he did throughout the album, kind of reflecting on his personal life and the shit that he had to do to get to where he was at, and what he went through. The interludes kind of let them do that with their situations. You get what I'm saying? And
how it all is parallel.
Like,
Word.
And another thing is not really any features. The only features on there is the Kodak feature. Baby Keem is on it throughout, kind of like on different parts.
The blast, and then the few singers that he had on there.
Yeah, and then like random singers or whatever. And then his wife has his vocals on certain like intros of certain songs where they're like talking or whatever. And I think even his daughter, there's a part where his daughter says something or something like that. I think she says Big Steppers at the end or something. But
I remember that. That's right.
Yeah, man. And he talks about like being a father and like I loved it, man. I loved it because what I thought and what I think a lot of people thought and expected was that it was gonna be an album full of him talking about all the stuff that where he went ghost for the past 3 years or whatever. And I thought it was gonna be him just talking about Black Lives Matter, and he curved that shit completely. The ironic thing is that I think even the point of the album is the point with songs even like Savior is like, bro, I am not the person that you guys think that I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
not this nigga that's oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen that with Natalie said.
Yeah, he's not on this thing of like, he doesn't seem to even care to present that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has lines on this shit. Like, he says, like, he references the whole thing when people were putting up the black screens during the George Floyd thing. And he's like, you know, I seen people arguing over who's blacker, even putting up black boxes and calling it solidarity. Me meditating in silence made you want to tell on me. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that was like direct lines to people like me that was basically saying, like, you know, why was this nigga so silent during all this? And then
Right.
You said that last episode too. God
Yeah.
damn it. Hey, Kendrick had to watch that shit, bro.
He definitely was.
My man said,
And,
hold on, let me go back and switch these motherfucking lies.
and yeah, and I think like it's crazy that he was able to make an album not about any of that shit really, and still make this fire album up talking about him and his life. And I think
Right.
people were able to relate to that more. Me, even personally, I think I was able to relate to that more and see his vision of it more than I would have if he had just been straight talking about, you know, all the other stuff. So that's my little thing. But Clay, what did you give me your thing? Like, what did you think about it?
Yeah, no, I think you honestly hit everything right on the nail. You know, the album was definitely dope from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I love the way how he got really open on it. Definitely, you know, I say this all the time and I'll reiterate and will always repeat myself about this, that him and Cole, anytime I feel stuck creatively, like working on my own stuff, they always show me that, nigga, it's right in front of you. Stop looking over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the stuff that people want to try to create and say it's good music, especially when it comes to an album, it's the shit that's right in front of you. It's about, you know, what makes you you, you know what I'm saying? And just the way that they present it, like the way how he presented this album, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely something I appreciated, like I said, as an artist, and can take some pointers from myself and not think about things so much and just, you know, be open and be, you know what I'm saying?
Facts,
And
facts.
definitely had
And
some
he mentions
lessons.
that too, and I think I had mentioned it on the last episode. Like, he talks even about how he had writer's block and he couldn't think of shit
Right.
for a certain
Right.
period of time until he finally got it and he was able to, you know what I'm saying? And for someone like him, that I knew that had to have been somewhat of the factor of him not
Of
putting
course.
out anything. You know what I'm saying? There had to have been something mentally blocking him or whatever. But so Don, what about you? What did you I'm
Yeah.
sure you listened to it. What did you think?
So I still haven't got to finish out the whole album. I've listened to a few records on there, and like the few records that I've listened to is like gas, and like you said, it's nice to see. It's motivating to see somebody like that go out there and put out records like that, and how he does it. It's real motivating. I hate to say it's cliche, but like it makes you want to start writing records, and you know what I'm saying, really get creative with it, because I feel like he got real creative with the records that I listened to, and even
Yeah,
with
and I think the unique thing about Kendrick Lamar, if you as compared to, you know, like J. Cole even, which is kind of usually his only counterpart that people, you know, used to, is that Kendrick Lamar has such more of a he's so much better at delivering a message but still making the song sound sonically good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing too. He's making, so some of the tracks that I heard, like the one with Kodak Black, is that still kind of trap feel, but he's still going in, like he's still snapping and
like,
making sense on the record, giving you a message. Still got a little vibe to it. Put these niggas like me, like like all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like that shit is fire.
Something in there.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Need up me like
who? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
that's my shit.
Like, I like the one he's like, quit playing with me before I turn you to a song. That
was hard too.
Now I think that one, what's it called? I think that one's called like Rich something, Rich Problems or something like that.
Rich something, I forgot.
Yeah, and there's like a skip before that, which I think that's the one with Kodak. Yeah.
And
because the Savior interlude is
Savior was Baby Keem.
The Baby Keem one, yeah. And then
it's good. It's refreshing to see creativity, good music, and a message as well when it comes to albums, because you miss that in a lot of albums. You know what I mean? So it's real good to see that and motivating to see that.
Yeah, because that's that's another thing that I was really like surprised about, was I didn't think that way, because like I said, I thought it was gonna be mostly him just preaching or him explaining, why he wasn't involved with the Black Lives Matter movement or whatever during, but it wasn't that. So one of the surprising things to me was that it was so like, it was so about like everything else. It is almost to the point like he was like, he sat down, he's like, okay, let me think of everything I could talk about except that shit. Even if I gotta dig deep and talk about personal stuff in my life that I normally wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much shit on this album that he mentioned. He even talks about him's height. He says a line where he says, I stand on he says on something, I go from 5'5" to 6'2", and he says, he like, like basically admitting that he's 5'5". He's like, I'm not taking shit back on this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, all that. That's nothing. He doesn't really talk about his height. The nigga's short as hell. I think his girlfriend's even like taller than him, like mad taller than him, or his wife.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like, bro, it's so crazy that this deep in his career, he like dug deep and made an album like this. And he didn't have to. He didn't have to. Like some of the shit he talks about, he does not have to mention. He didn't have to tell us about this shit with his daughter and stuff like. He has a line where he says like, watching Baby Shark with my daughter, but looking for sharks, watching for real sharks outside at the same time.
Yeah, I like that one.
I
seen that one.
There's a lot of things that he said. It was like, whatever writer's block he had or whatever break he took, he definitely proved that it was well worth the wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. This is one of those albums where I'm just feeling like, damn, what does he do next? You know,
that's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna see him for another 10 years when it comes to the next album. So better enjoy this one. But a lot of his albums, they are kind of like those albums that you can go back and listen to.
Right, yeah. Because like I said, I listened to Good Kid, Mad City, and it was still, you know what I'm saying, it still held up pretty well. It didn't sound as crazy as it did to me when I first heard it, but it still stood up really well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so if y'all was to rate it, what would y'all rate it? To give it like out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah. From what you've heard so far, EJ.
From what I heard, so I go off the whole vibe of the album. So even like the cover art, the two, I think he dropped 2 music videos, right? Is it 2 or?
Yeah. Well, technically, I think the one.
The Heartbeat was that even on there?
No, that's not on the album. No.
Okay. So
and I was gonna say that shit was kind of like a pump fake too, because that was like, I thought it was gonna be like a bunch of that, but that's just not even on the album. So you could tell he was like, yo, I'm not.
He was going with the vibe, so he kept the vibe together.
Yeah,
you know like I love the message. So like, bro, it's like a full complete album. Like the disc 1, the disc 2, the interludes. Like you can't not give it.
When we get done with the show,
you cannot give it a 5. To be real with you, you know what I mean? It's like there's no holes
because he did something that like even Kanye West lately has not been able to make an album sound like a, you know what I'm saying, a straight album through. And he did it, bro. I feel like it took me back to like listening to albums when I was in like high school and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the vibe.
Yeah,
baby. That I get.
Yeah, baby.
So Clay, what about you? What you would give it?
Bro, honestly, we rated out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5. Yeah.
I'm giving that bitch 5 stars, man. Because like, honestly, I've been so caught up bumping the Kendrick Lamar album since Friday. Nigga, I have more than half the time, even today especially, nigga, I forgot the Future album even came out, nigga. That's how I know.
Just blew that shit off the water.
You know what I'm saying?
Trash, bro. I didn't even think I listened to Future album.
I mean, I know you thought it was trash. I enjoy the vibe.
Because no one's talking about it no more.
Yeah, nobody's really talking about it like that, except Puffin' on Zooties is definitely doing.
Yeah, that's like the greatest.
The only song that's like doing good off the album. That and the Wait For You song.
Gold Stacks is
I don't even like Puffin' on Zooties. I like Wait For You.
Wait For You. That's what I'm saying. Wait For You and Puffin' on Zooties are the 2 tracks that's like the only ones. But you know what I'm saying? Like just the fact that it has my full undivided attention away from my playlist in general, not even just when I'm bumping Future's album. Right. That's how I know it's a good album too. Cause like I could literally listen to that album from top to bottom and just chill. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no problems. You know what I'm saying? Even for a day like today that got rainy and shit, I usually get in my feels on rainy days because I can't do much. But listening to that album and just cooling out, bro, just like puts me in the right state of mind. And like I don't even worry about all the negatives. I just think about what I can do. You know what I'm saying? It's just it definitely has that vibe. So I can't give it less than 5.
It's definitely one of those albums that kind of like speaks to you. And like I said, I keep repeating it, but I love that it was not. You can listen to that shit and not have to be worried about none of this shit that's going on, like this COVID shit. He doesn't. Because someone I was talking to someone about it today, and they were saying like, "Oh yeah, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm not ready for the, for all the wave of what he's gonna give us about." I'm like, no, he doesn't really even talk about that shit on it, bro.
He don't.
He has few. He'll like mention little things, you know what I mean? Like even the
Right.
song he's like, "You're back outside," but they still like that's a
Still,
reference to COVID and people, you know what I mean?
whoa.
But so
That
he
shit was
does it
funny.
so slickly, but there's no song where he just like goes off on, you know, talking about COVID or talking about George Floyd. I don't even think he says George Floyd's name on this
I
album.
don't think he says anybody's names. No.
I don't even think he uses any specific names of those people. None. He even, you know,
Nope.
he even has a line where he says like, I love pro black, but me, I'm more Kodak black. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
think it shows such his evolution as an artist. He even has a line where he says, I think it's on Savior, where he says, "Tupac's dead. Have to think for yourself." This is coming from someone who one of his previous albums was he used Tupac throughout, samples of Tupac.
Right.
So you can see mentally, even he himself has matured and he's realized like, yo, I'm not this whole having people as saviors, whether it be me, Kanye West, Future, LeBron James, whoever, you know, we're not your saviors, bro. We can't help you.
Right.
People were literally upset with this man because he wasn't outside protesting, but it's like, what am I going to do? What can I do?
Right.
Yeah.
You just want me out there because I'm Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and I think that was more so the overall message of the album was like, bro, don't look at us people. I got my own problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gone through all of this shit. I couldn't even think about this Black Lives Matter shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
my life still goes on. I can't be a hero to show up every time, you know? So, yeah, man, definitely a 5 out of 5 for me, bro. Like,
and I like the fact that he put Kodak on there, bro. Yeah, really.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I loved it, bro. I loved it.
I've been telling people, like, like Kodak is getting up there when it comes to one of the best rappers. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't see that, bro.
People don't see it.
You
Like,
gotta think, why would
really,
Kendrick? No other features on this album. Not even J. Cole. None of his peers like that. Why would he reach out to this man? It's not like Kodak is from California. He's from the whole other side, the whole opposite side of the country. You know what I mean?
Yo, and you know what somebody said that I agreed with?
Yeah.
They said that Kodak Black. They said Kodak Black to to Kendrick is what 21 Savage was to J. Cole, and I'm like,
yeah,
I like that comparison.
I don't think so.
But Kodak and
all 21 and J. Cole did was make songs about girls and pussy.
Yeah, I know that's what I was about to say. But I feel like Kodak and Kendrick, while it's a similar vibe, I think have a more powerful, like, you know what I'm saying? There's more power in what they do.
You listen to Kodak's last album, like it's like simple. Kodak be on
his
there.
Last album was hard.
Yeah, Kodak be on there giving people messages, like, you know what I'm saying? It's real similar. Like, Kodak is like another Kendrick Lamar in a way. You know what I mean?
Bro, but like from the hood perspective, that's a fact. Like I see that. That's why I be bumping that nigga Kodak, bro. Niggas be sleep. That nigga be spitting some shit. And
man,
you know what I'm saying?
And, so, but before we, dip out, or before, because I want to ask you some questions, Clay, just for a couple minutes before we But one of the interesting things too, I believe I don't know who I had mentioned it to. I don't know. I don't want to hope I'm not repeating it again, but it was so similar. Two people that are really like kind of polarizing that the black community seems to not know what side they want to get on about is Kodak Black and Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, obviously, he died last week, whatever it was. Interestingly enough, when we did that episode, I think with B Cherry, I think that was Thursday night, right? Thursday night. Kevin Samuels was on. He was on the episode of Atlanta, Donald Glover's show. Atlanta.
Oh shit, he was.
He was on it, and he was a big part of the episode, and obviously it was the last thing that he probably did before he passed away. And I just thought it was so interesting that like these two, because obviously the black community reveres Kendrick Lamar and Donald Glover for some reason, and I just thought it was so interesting that they both used these two people that their communities, ain't exactly on the same page about. And they use them in a way to show you like, yo, this person is like, they're not that bad, dude. Like they're pretty all right if you give them the opportunity to do something outside of their normal realm of what they do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because I'm 90% sure that every time niggas hit up Kodak Black for a song or feature or some trap shit or some, and obviously when he met with Kendrick, he explained to him what the project was and like, okay, this is going to be something a little different that I want you to do for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like if that happened more, just like Clay was just saying, like with J. Cole and what 21 was trying to do, if they approached it like that, they could have done something to that degree. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Because if you like Kodak, you get Kodak in that bag, bro. Like, I've watched Kodak literally grow from like a young kid artist.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, little nigga. Like even before a lot of people knew him, I guess people in South Florida knew him, you know what I'm saying? Jay Black type shit. And bro really got bars from like youngin. You know what I'm saying? Lyrics, and a
Yeah.
lot of his records, like the most his singles and stuff like that, they're dumbed
Mm-hmm.
down. You know what I mean? They're dumbed down for I guess the popularity. But once Kodak getting that bag lyrically, man, he be
Yeah,
snapping.
he can really say some shit. Like I
Yeah, he
said,
do.
if you listen to him on that interlude, it's like, bro, that shit down there bring me to tears. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
was deep. It
it
was
was some
deep.
deep shit. And yeah. So definitely for this album to me is gonna be definitely a 5 out of 5. And I definitely think, everyone should listen to it. I saw some people were, a little bit disappointed. Some people were saying it was kind of boring and stuff like that. But I feel like for you to think that, you got to have a one track kind of mind. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
Right.
yeah.
had
Right.
some kind of um, pre notion about what you wanted to hear or what you thought you was gonna hear. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? So
Right.
definitely good. But yeah, man, that's all we got for today as far as that. But so we definitely want to talk about, on here. Obviously, we always have people on, have artists that we talk to and get their opinions and hear their story about what they do. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously, right here we got two MCs that are working very hard. Um, Clay, you're about to drop. You
Yeah.
dropped the song "Hot Tea." That's been out for about a month or so, or close to a month or whatever, right?
Getting close to a month.
Getting close
Dropped it
to a month.
on 420. It's a fact.
Right. And so today, I know if you go to the pop up TV page, you'll see that we posted the clip, and you've obviously been posting the clip. Everybody that fucks with you've been posting it.
Yeah.
This looks
Yeah.
like an official video, bro. This looks like y'all really like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all really took some time and like had fun with it and made something that was visually appealing to the eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
say it
Yeah.
So.
definitely matches the tone of the song, and just from the
Mm-hmm.
clip I saw, I was getting hyped from like the party vibes and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and
bro. Yeah.
I think with visuals for these songs, it's important that the visual represents the song. You know what I'm saying? The song shouldn't
Facts.
represent the video. You know what I mean? And
Facts.
from the clip that I saw, I'm excited, bro. So tell me like what was the process that day? Because it looked like it was a lot of y'all doing inside. Like how'd it go?
Yeah, yeah, man. Definitely that day was just full of fun. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to think about things too much. First thing I had everybody just like, meet me up at a park, where, there's about a waterfront and they got like a few setups and stuff like that, which is one of the good things about being up here in upstate New York. You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
nice little sceneries that you can get away with and things like that. But we made fun of it, you know what I'm saying? Bear smoke in the air, and then it went from the park and the parking lot at the park um to the studio, and then at the studio it was just like another party, you know what I'm saying? So like literally it was just bare fun the whole time.
How long were you
um
guys recording for to get like all that footage?
we started shooting probably at about like, I think it was 12 or 1 in the afternoon, and we shot all the way up until about like 9 o'clock at night. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying? So
that's
we
a
were
lot of
shooting
footage. That's good.
the whole day. Yeah, we're shooting the whole day, and we definitely got a lot of footage to the point where like a lot of my homies that was at the shoot was like, "Yo, is he gonna be able to edit this shit and make it dope?" Because there was too much good shit that happened, and I'm
Yeah,
like, "Bro," I was like, "My son got it. I know he got it." You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's coming through great, bro. I really can't wait to share the visual with the world and to let y'all see how much fun we really had, because it was a lot. It was dope.
Yeah, it looked lit, bro. And I hope you
Yeah. Shout out
definitely,
to everybody that pulled up to the shoot too.
for facts. And I hope like when this drops and it starts to do well and stuff. I hope you like continue using this dude. Obviously I haven't met him, but it seems like he definitely knows what he's doing as far as directing and editing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my dog Coach Ramo, yo. And my dog Jamaican too. He another coolie nigga. You know what I'm
Nice,
saying?
but
Good vibes. You know what I'm saying? It definitely felt like I met homie right when I needed him. So it's dope. Definitely gonna be working on the next couple songs and videos with him for sure.
lit. And so when can we see the whole video? When is it gonna be uploaded?
I don't got an official date yet, but I'm looking to drop it this weekend. I just didn't want to, you know, throw up the date, and because I got a
Yeah,
few things going on.
right.
I got a show this Saturday, so just a little busy. So I don't want to like promise this weekend and then I fuck around and like not have things set. But if not this weekend, definitely next weekend. And there'll be more clips to come. I'll definitely have more clips to show, to tease things here and there. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, this one's definitely gonna be one of them for sure.
sure. Yeah, definitely
Hell yeah.
looking forward to it. And
Hell
we
yeah.
definitely gonna have it on the page and all that. So
Yeah, man. And I just want to say, like, shout out to the girls that pulled up to the video shoot. Not just the ones who actually wanted to show their face, but the ones who don't want it to show their face. And I'm only saying that because your body was appreciated, you know, because I'm not cutting the body out. You must be mad.
Yo, yeah, bro. So shout out to everybody that helped make that, and I'm sure like when we see that video, it's gonna be full blown lit. We're gonna see everything that went down that day.
Oh yeah, man, it was just straight gas, man. Hot tea, you don't know the tingle, dogs.
But for now, everybody can go check out the clip on the Pop Up TV Instagram account, which obviously is linked, and we'll make sure
stream
that
hot tea everywhere, man.
Facts. Streaming everywhere. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Don, what you got? You got anything?
No, I'm good now, man. Stream hot tea. Make sure y'all check out the music video once it drop. Make sure y'all check out all the music we got. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
When we drop
nigga, what's up with you, Dondo? What's the next move? Let niggas know what's the next move.
I got records in the stash. I just gotta do like what you did, shoot some music videos. You know what I'm saying? I've been writing a video treatment for this one record I got. So they coming. Okay. Just you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know I know how that go, man.
Sometimes
a lot of
gotta
investment,
space it out.
man.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of investments too. But
a lot of investments. So, yeah.
And as usual, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it pushing with this Pop TV. So
yes, sir.
Definitely gonna make sure that we keep delivering news. We're gonna start getting a little bit more on hands on with the Instagram account. Try to get upload more news and stuff like that as it comes. Everybody in the chat today, thank you, appreciate it.
Much love.
As usual, everyone that's always here talking with us and holding it down, we appreciate you no matter what. Whether we agree, disagree, you already know it's all love. So
it's all love.
All love, bro. So everybody, have a good night. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Oh yeah, real quick, and shout out to this nigga Mario. My cousin Mari graduated today. Shout out to Mari, dogs.
Shout out to Mari. Shout out Brandon.
Yeah, big shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Anika. She got her masters.
Got her masters too, bro. Our family doing big things, bro.
Almost forgot to mention that. Big things.
Big things. So